Thanks for tuning in to Show Me 18. Today we are taking a look at the Microsoft Lumia 550 from the 500 series. The phone was released in December 2015 and based on the time of this review is running Windows 10 and is application version 1511. Starting with the design, the 550 is 2.67 inches in width and 5.36 inches in length. From the side it is 0.39 inches in thickness. Starting at the front there is a 4.7 inch screen with a resolution of 720 by 1280 and a pixel density of 315. Staying on the front at the top here is the earpiece for hearing the other person in a call. Over to the far left is the front facing camera. Underneath the screen here is the microphone used for calls and voice applications. There is nothing on the left side of the phone, so if we turn the phone over to the right, this button is the power and lock key to toggle standby modes. Above that is the volume keys. At the top of the device is the audio connector slot for 3.5mm headphones and additional accessories, and at the bottom is the micro USB slot for charging, data transfer and further third-party accessories. Turning the phone over to the back is the main camera lens, next to that is the camera light. The backing comes off and this is where you'll find the micro SD card and nano SIM card slot. The Lumia 550 has a quad-core 1.1GHz Cortex A7 processor with 1GB of RAM with 8GB of internal storage. From first turning on the device there is 4.25GB available to the user out of a total of 7.28. 2.40GB is already used with the operating system and 518MB was used with pre-installed apps and games. There is an option to add up to 200GB of external storage through the use of a micro SD card. The connectivity features are as follows: Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth and FM radio. The sensors are as follows: accelerometer and a proximity sensor. From first turning on the device you are taken through the usual Windows setup, which asks you a series of questions relating to various applications and services to see if you want Microsoft to collect various information to improve your experience. Once all that is done, you will be brought to Windows 10 home screen, where you have the options to pin and rearrange the apps of your choice. Then if you swipe to the right you can scroll through or search all installed applications. Swiping down you can see your current notifications and options to toggle Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, rotation lock, all settings, and also press expand to see more quick settings. The quality of the screen is a lot better on the 550 than previous phones from the 500 series. The resolution fits the size of the screen, not resulting in it looking stretched or pixelated. The viewing angles are also good, keeping in mind this phone is labelled as an entry-level device. The games I tested run fairly well, but there is a noticeable amount of skipping that takes place with the audio at times, with some of the games I tested like Tetris. The frame rate runs well and there is very little input lag, but it is mostly the audio that skipped now and again. The games I tested were Tetris Blitz, Temple Run, Overkill 3 and GT Racing 2. Overkill 3 was very sensitive and very difficult to control, but GT Racing 2 worked well with a few moments where the frames dropped. Overall, the quality of the games, videos and music is still good enough to play, but could do with a few updates to improve on the small things. One of the main issues I came across, which is down to a bad design choice, is this speaker on the back. The volume of the speaker is very loud and sounds okay, but because all the sound is just coming from this small hole on the back, if you cover it over it reduces the sound almost completely, as you can see here. Which means if you want to watch a video with other people, placing it down on a table or even holding it in a certain way is not going to make for a great time. If the speaker gets covered while placed in your pocket or in a bag, the same sort of thing is a possibility. There is a 2MP camera on the front and a 5MP camera on the back. Starting the camera up you will see this screen. We are now on photo mode. Looking at the top right corner, this is how you can view all your photos and videos. Now you have these quick options. We have switch cameras, flash on or off, white balance mode, focus mode, ISO mode, shutter speed and brightness. These small dots in the lower corner gives you additional options such as lenses, photo timer, bracketing and further settings for both photo and video mode. Now going out and looking through this again, but in video mode we have switch cameras, video light, white balance, focus and brightness. Then once again we have the same list of additional options as shown before. Lastly, looking at further settings, we have the choice of what happens when you press and hold the camera button. Aspect ratio, framing grid, focus light and the choice to capture living images. Next is the video settings for frames per second. As you can see, the quality of the images vary. You do have to play around with the settings to find what works best depending on your lighting situations, because when on auto mode the focusing does not always work at times. The best pictures I got was on brighter days, and then not so good pictures on dull days. This is not the best for simply pointing and shooting. Instead, you have to spend a bit more time in manual mode to get better results.
This is the quality of the video of the Lumia 550.
My experience with the phone is a mix of positives and negatives. Most of the issues I had was more down to a lack of applications for Windows 10, and the ones I used were not up to the same level as their Android and iOS counterparts, which really limits what you can do on the phone. For example, one of the key features for Windows 10 Mobile is things like the display dock to connect your phone to a HD monitor with a keyboard and mouse to have that desktop PC feel. Unfortunately, the 550 does not support this. Currently only the premium models, the 950 and 950 XL do, which is why there is a negative response to the experience, since the other main features is universal apps. In this case, there is not that many available. There currently is no official YouTube app. I used the browser to watch content instead. At times it would crash, and when trying to press the search button it would not respond. This freeze also happened when I was in phone settings. The way I got around both of these issues was to press the toggle button on the side to switch the screen off and back on, and it carried on working. The other downfall is the battery. I started the day at 7 AM with the phone fully charged. Then by 2:30 PM the phone was down to around 50%. This was due to downloading the games I wanted to test via Wi-Fi, watching around 30 minutes of videos, browsing the web and listening to music. With basic settings and brightness set to half, you can increase the battery by making sure all apps are not running in the back and using the battery saver mode. The phone for me is very easy to hold onto. Navigation is very simple and straightforward. When finding what you are looking for, the applications also open quickly. Overall, there is a noticeable improvement with the 550 in comparison to previous phones from the 500 series. The main problem, which will be the same for all Lumia phones at this point, is the lack of applications available in the store. It made it hard to review the phone, as it is only as good as its operating system. Once I got past the performance and camera stages, there is not that much to test and do in comparison to what I normally have done on my other phones. Those applications are not available yet. It is really down to more third-party developers to get their applications added, and the ones that are already on there need fixing. Until that happens, the Lumia 550 is better suited for Windows users that travel a lot and want access to their office-based content on the cloud, like Microsoft Word and Outlook. If you're looking for playing games and watching videos but don't have a Windows ID, there is a better choice of applications on phones running Android for the same price. The 550 runs well and has potential to do more, but right now this is going to meet the needs of users that already have a lot of office-based work on Windows OneDrive and want an affordable business-based phone. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to see all our latest videos.